Coming up today on Viper Island, we have a jam-packed episode for you. And first up, let's get this out of the way. We're about to hit 20,000 subscribers in only 2.5 years. G.I. Joe fans around the world have made us the #1 home for all things G.I. Joe, and we are more than grateful for that. So we want to give back to you guys for supporting us along the way. We're going to give away a huge package of G.I. Joe Classified exclusive figures. In today's episode, we'll reveal what's included in the package and tell you how you can enter our giveaway. So keep watching until the end. Today we'll discuss the brand new Cobra figures that are on the way. We'll explore if there's a new twist coming to Classified. We'll take a closer look at Night Force Shockwave. A lot of release dates have changed over the past few days. We'll give you a full update. And we have a very special review of the VAMP. You'll want to check this out. It's unlike any other VAMP review you're likely to see. We do our best to keep you informed, and equally as important, keeping you entertained as well. So stay tuned. This just in, confirmed today by the Hasbro team. Blowtorch and Road Pig were announced as name-only reveals. Now these come as no surprise, but it's still exciting to get that confirmation. First, let's talk about the new Cobra figures which will be announced at WonderCon. This event happens on March 30th. When we have more details, we'll share them on our community tab here on YouTube. Anytime we're talking about brand new figures, people do get excited, but collectors should keep their expectations low here. All that's known at the time of filming is that Hasbro will announce at least 2 new Cobra figures. It could be more, but it could also just end up being 2. No one knows, we'll find out soon. In the meantime, here's a list of some options, and these are figures that we're expecting to be announced sometime very soon. First up, this one makes a lot of sense. Retro card Cobra Commander. We've been talking about this one for almost a year, and it's almost time for this one to be announced. Then the Iron Grenadier Bat. We first talked about this last summer during our PulseCon preview, as we suggested that an Iron Grenadier version of the Bat would be on the way for Classified. This is one of the next figures in the pipeline, so the odds are very good that it'll be announced at WonderCon. Next, how about Nemesis Immortal? This will be a deluxe figure. Through our research, we can confirm that Nemesis Immortal has already been designed, painted, and is ready to present as a digital render whenever Hasbro decides to share it publicly. If the Nemesis Immortal digital render is shared at the next Hasbro event, that should not come as a surprise. According to what we've learned, Nemesis Immortal is going to be very large and an imposing beast of a figure, just like he was in G.I. Joe the movie. Other options include the Royal Guards from Cobra Law, or even the Cobra Imperial Guards. They could do either one any number of ways. We could have a male and female 2-pack just like the Steel Corps Troopers, or this could end up just being a regular Troop Builder pack. Another figure that should be announced soon is Road Pig, and this will be a deluxe figure. There's also the Dreadnought Heart Wrencher. There's been a lot of talk that she's on the way, and we've been saying for months she won't be alone. Then there's also the Cobra Stinger. We've been telling you that the Cobra Stinger is on the way, and now that we have the HISS tank, the HMS, and the VAMP, everything is now lined up for there to be a Cobra Stinger. We told you last summer that this was in the works, and this is trustworthy information because it comes directly from the Hasbro team. We firmly believe that it will be announced this year, sooner than later, and likely released by 2025. Same thing with Dreadnought Heart Wrencher and the Dreadnought Ground Assault. Heart Wrencher is highly unlikely to be released as an individual figure. This is where we sound like a broken record. We've been saying it for months, but we'll say it again. Expect Heart Wrencher to be paired with the Dreadnought Ground Assault, which is just a redeco of the VAMP and Stinger mold. Aside from that, we're also hoping for a Night Viper name reveal, and while that's speculation for now, let's remember that anything is on the table when it comes to name-only reveals. Hasbro's working on the next couple of years of figures as we speak, and they can choose to announce any figure they want regardless of how soon it'll be released. We're also anticipating announcements for Iron Grenadier Destro, Iron Grenadier Baroness, Darklon, and Voltar. Either way, stay tuned to Viper Island. You know that we'll have leading coverage of all the new reveals and announcements that come our way. Next, we can expect the next G.I. Joe fan stream to be held on Thursday, April 4th. At this event, we're expecting new name-only reveals, digital renders, and pre-orders. Next, let's talk about a new twist that's possibly in the works for Classified, whether it's announced right away or not. We also believe that Hasbro might be creating a bat-inspired robot attack dog. So far in terms of pets or animal companions, G.I. Joe Classified has provided us with Timber, White Timber, Junkyard, Pork Belly, Yabo, Freedom, the Mad Marauders Golden Eagle Niall, Shipwreck's Parrot Polly, and Serpentor's King Cobra. we believe that Hasbro might introduce a robot dog for Cobra. After all, this is absolutely something that Dr. Mindbender and Destro would create. Hasbro could make different versions of the robot dog for different themes. Looking at Tripwire, his robot EOD already has both a normal version and a Tiger Force version. Cobra's robot attack dogs could have several redeco versions. This includes the Python Patrol, Iron Grenadiers, the 788 Fire Team, the Crimson Guard, an Arctic version, and there are plenty other options on the table as well. Let us know in the comments if you'd be interested in a G.I. Joe classified robot dog, and what you'd want it to include. Rather than include a figure, we would propose that Hasbro makes these a troop builder set with multiple dogs. Instead of these selling out immediately and leaving a lot of collectors out in the cold empty-handed, troop builder sets allow more collectors to load up on what they need without having to be greedy and hog all of the available units. We know that'll still happen, but the more units that are made, the easier it will be for everyone who wants to get one. This seems like a no-brainer, and for the time being, we're sticking to this. We believe that this is something that Hasbro is working on as we speak. Next, let's talk about the Night Force Shockwave. This version of Shockwave consists of some new and some used. The figure itself consists of Retro Duke's lower half, his waist, legs, and boots, Grunt's torso, Scrap Iron's arms, Cobra Island Firefly's backpack and drone, Clutch's steel core helmet, and Big Ben's machine gun. This is the version of Shockwave that I've personally been waiting for. We knew long ago that Night Force Shockwave was in the works. We covered that often in 2023. Pre-orders went live on March 14th as part of Walmart's CollectorCon. The price in America is $55 US. In Canada, it's $75 Canadian. Compared to some recent Walmart pre-orders like Big Ben, Range Viper, the Mole Rat, and even Wolf Spider, this was a much smoother experience for most. As always, we posted links for pre-orders, including both the US and Canadian options. As far as people's reaction to this, the G.I. Joe community is pretty much split 50-50 on this set. We asked whether you were going to buy this, and there was a good response, but 49% said yes and 51% said no. It seems that those who like it really like it, and the ones who don't either aren't that big on Shockwave or aren't interested in more repaints. As for my personal opinion, this is the best version of Shockwave. As much as I like the original, the darker tones on this Night Force Shockwave seem much more realistic and edgy, and compared to the vintage-inspired Shockwave, this one has the look of a special mission operative. Even better, the Night Pursuit cycle is a major upgrade over the very good Ram cycle. That's my opinion, but I want to hear from you. Is this your favorite version of Shockwave, and which do you like best? The Ram cycle, the Tiger Ram, or the Night Pursuit? As much as I like the vintage Ram, the Night Pursuit is hands down my favorite motorcycle for G.I. Joe. So you can already guess that as a big fan of Night Force, I pre-ordered this right away. Let me know in the comments if you're in on this or if you passed. Next, let's give you an update on all of the release dates because a lot have changed. First of all, let's get this out of the way. VAMP and Clutch has been released, as well as the Action Soldier Infantry Trooper and the Action Sailor Recon Diver. Scheduled for release on March 21st. We have Techno Viper, Quick Kick, Big Boa, Airborne, and Metalhead. In Canada, the release date of Metalhead was March 8th. However, if you're like us, your Amazon order may have been cancelled. Check your emails to find out if this happened to you. Ours was cancelled on the day that it was supposed to ship. The reason for cancelled orders? Amazon says they didn't receive enough units of Metalhead from Hasbro to complete all pre-orders. This is what we call a fail. On March 26th, we have Retro Card Rondo. Then on April 10th, the Retro Card Duke and Retro Card Scarlet. Over to May 1st, Techno Viper and the HMS. July 15th, Naugahyde. July 21st, Tiger Force Roadblock and Tripwire. Next up, we respect your time as a viewer, and we appreciate that you've chosen to support us. Subscribers don't just magically happen. You actually have to take the time to watch one of our videos and then go out of your way to hit subscribe. That's not lost on us, so whether you follow us for G.I. Joe news, our discussion of Joe topics, or you just like to hear our opinions, Dex and I would like to take a moment to thank all of you. We understand the value of your time, we're busy too, and we know how frustrating it can be to sit through multiple videos which could easily have been a short post. This is why we created the weekly review, and when it's just a simple update on something minor, we'll post a quick message on our community tab here on YouTube. On the YouTube app, you'll find our posts by clicking on subscriptions. Now, times are tough and money is tight for a lot of people. The last thing anyone needs right now is G.I. Joe YouTubers grifting their own viewers for money and donations. We are aware that it happens with other channels. As the saying goes, a fool and his money are soon parted. Instead, we would rather give back to our viewers as a way of truly saying thank you for sticking with us. It's It's one thing to have a growing audience, but it's another thing when a high percentage of that audience watches each video. So thank you for continuing to watch and support us. We really appreciate it. Also, a quick thank you to Rogers and Shaw Communications in Canada for putting Viper Island on TV and giving us a national platform to 3.6 million homes. They are awesome, and thanks to their help, we're able to reach a much bigger audience and spread even more awareness of G.I. Joe far beyond just YouTube. A little while ago, we gave away the G.I. Joe classified Serpentor and Air Chariot to one of our viewers. The response to our giveaway was huge, so you know that we're going to do it again. To commemorate Viper Island hitting 20,000 subscribers in only 2.5 years, we're paying it forward and giving away a huge triple shot package. This includes the Cobra Island Breaker and Ram Cycle, the Cobra Island Baroness and the Coil Cycle, and the Snake Eyes and Timber Alpha Commandos 2-pack. 3 figures, 1 pet, and 2 vehicles. One lucky Viper Island viewer will win all of this. 20K calls for something special, so we had to go big here. In order to qualify, you must do the following 3 things. First, make sure you're subscribed to Viper Island on YouTube. Second, follow us on Instagram. And third, leave a comment on this video which says 20K giveaway. Only those who complete all 3 steps will be eligible. Folks, we're very excited to pay it forward with this 20K triple shot package. We'll announce the winner on an upcoming episode of the Fans First Talk Show. And next, we have a special review of the VAMP and Clutch from friend of the show, Chris Markey. You can find him on Instagram at 5star Joes, and he's the official barber of the Cincinnati Bengals NFL team. Take it away, Chris.
What's up, all my fellow G.I. Joe fans, and especially to all my fellow 1982 OGs, us that have been there since the very beginning. This is a special day and a special moment for me. My package came this morning before I am leaving for work. It is a glorious arrival, so as we sit here and I open up my box to unbox, I gotta say how happy I am to actually have to go along with my awesome, or to go along with our awesome HISS tanks, you know, or to fight, you know, against them. We now have our official first real G.I. Joe classified vehicle. Of course, we have the Ram Cycle, I know, but I'm talking a big proper one. Woo, look how good this boy looks. Not gonna lie, I'm excited for Clutch. He's one of the originals too, but the VAMP was just always one of my favorite. I'm about to unbox this bad boy, take it out, set it up, and show you guys how awesome it really is when it's done. Open out of the box, all ready to go, and here it is right here in all its gorgeous 1982-83 glory. Yes, this is the VAMP with Clutch. Clutch looks great. I love how you can kick open the windshield and shoot fools right through there. The little hook and the rope in the front that you can pull down is really cool. Just really good, man. It's detailed. It looks great. It's sturdy. Couple little minor problems, kind of like how the canopy wouldn't close properly in some of the trouble bubbles, and you had to take an X-Acto knife for some heat. I had to put some heat on these lights right here because they either don't want to stay on, they pop off, or they don't want to sit upright and sit straight like they're supposed to. But I played with it and I got it to work. I wish this was one solid piece, but they did 2 separate guns that are like gummy figure guns, like they came with rock and roll or whatever, and I'm not crazy about that. But overall, hey, to the Hasbro G.I. Joe team, Lenny, Emily, all you guys, you're doing a great job. Keep knocking it out the park. I can't wait to have more, to get more of these awesome things. I'm loving that thing of perfection and everything else. Man, keep it up, guys. Thumbs up, Hasbro. Great job. Now I need a Skyhawk, okay? Need a Skyhawk.
My name is Liam. You can follow me on Instagram at Viper Island. For all things G.I. Joe, be sure to hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell. If you want to support the show, smash that like button. Until next time, thanks for watching, thanks for supporting, have a great day, and yo Joe!